Time for more shenanigans indeed. Hello again and welcome back to more Sonic Conquers. The Dark Brotherhood, you can just call me Stents, and as you can probably tell, done a little bit more grinding. As you can probably see, everybody's basically level 15 now except for Sonic and Tails. As for the story, when the evil Lord Finitus... Oh, this is just the same. After recovering the first Chaos Emerald from the Stone-like Kron, the team traveled to Sector Skilla. Pretty sure that's still how it's pronounced. Home to the warlike Zoa and the relentless Nergal. The Nergal have then arrested Sonic and said that if the team would go steal the Zoa's secret weapon, they could go free. Nice little detail here is that we actually have a little Chaos Emerald here, which I think is pretty much the exact same sprites as from the advanced games, which just makes me think maybe just the prospect of the what-if scenario where Sonic games on the DS just went the Kirby route and remained sprite-based. Anyways, let's get in. Like I said, did a little bit of grinding. Mostly just in regards to getting more rings and more items. As it turns out, when it comes to finding more rings in this game, Rouge is probably one of the better characters to use because, of course, she has Plunder, meaning you can just steal items off of enemies. Mostly just depending on how powerful it is, either power candies, power gums, power drinks, or basically either power health items which you can then just sell on in bulk. Along with, I also gave a Bobo. Extra reward item after combat, basically meaning you just get sort of 2-for-1 discount on certain fights. Also spent a fair bit of time trying to quote-unquote optimize, or at the very least just try and get some decent gear for everybody else. Which includes a couple of Kron hammers, greatly increases damage. Basically what I've noticed is that at this point this is I think one of the last areas that actually has a shop in the game, so that's probably where a lot of the actual good items are. Now let's see if I can actually figure out how to do this. Alright, we need a key card, so gonna have to talk to you. Well, well, if it isn't public enemy number 1, come to turn yourself in. How do we want to approach this, I wonder? You know what, we want to speak with General Raxos. Is that so? Then you will get your wish. The General will gladly speak with you once your trial date has arrived. If Lord Vidinivus hasn't come to collect you by then, fight if you want, I will take you in anyway. Immediately at this point, this particular fighting scenario is one I'm all too familiar with. Look at how much damage we're doing now. Except for Rouge, ignore Rouge. Look at that. It's like I actually have a fighting chance against these fellas, and I'm probably just gonna save my power moves, all except for Rouge, because, of course, want to steal more stuff. Let's see if I remember the button combination. You see, now that's just more that you can sell on. Sorry, my preferences forbid me from ignoring Rouge. Well, I can't exactly say I blame you for that. There we go, getting more items for us to sell. It does admittedly take a little bit considering how long battles can go on, but at the same time, still probably one of the best ways of getting extra rings in the game, as far as I'm aware. There probably is a better spot for you to do fights in though, so don't take my word for it. This is just what I found is working for me, and I suppose since today is the day, as we're going through this, it's Star Wars Commiseration Day today. It's the 4th of May. Even when I was a kid, I couldn't stand the pun. It's like, oh hey, it's like May the 4th be with you. Do you get it? Do you get it? Do you get it? Have I driven it into your skull yet? No, but if you keep that up, I will drive something into your skull. And that, I suppose, is one of the fast and easy ways to get sort of proper sad stentos, because I used to really like Star Wars back when I was younger. Back when there were only 6 movies, and let's face it, there still are. The annual Remembrance Day about the IP, pretty much. I feel as though I haven't had it as particularly bad as some people, though, because I pretty much just stopped engaging in anything Star Wars based after I suffered through The Worst Jedi. It's like, yep, Disney's well and truly ruined this more so than Lucas ever did with the prequels. May as well just write everything off, and I think that's mostly why I stopped watching Marvel stuff either, because I think the last Marvel thing I actually watched was like, I want to say Homecoming, which came out the same year. Consume Star Wars purely for the cosmos and various commentaries. Yeah. I think a lot of people do. I can't exactly blame them for it, because Lord knows I wouldn't want to be the one to experience the Acolyte firsthand. Same with the MC. Yeah, just, it's the weird thing. After what happened with The Worst Jedi, I couldn't help but think, given that Marvel and Star Wars come from the same place, basically, which is Disney, that Marvel would ultimately end up suffering the same fate as Star Wars. This is like back in 2017, and, well, I hate to say that I was right. It hasn't gotten as bad as Star Wars has, though. It's just, it hasn't sunk as low, but I think that's mostly just because Star Wars has had a head start. Because I know a lot of people would consider something like the Marvels to be Marvel's Acolyte moment. I don't think it's gotten that bad with Marvel as of yet. And at the very least with Marvel, there are some oddities, some sort of freak occurrences where it's actually good, like again, No Way Home or Deadpool and Wolverine, which I think are just like the only 2. I just love Omega's victory animation here. I know what it is, just Omega always has fun victory animations, like in Shadow and the windmill he does in 06 and here. Good chunk of XP's there. Oh, there's the last of the eggs. Can I actually get up there, I wonder? Or am I gonna have to go some alternative? That actually reminds me, there was something I kind of forgot about. Excuse me, please. Oh, there's only one of you, how unfortunate. Just gonna have to completely just bulldoze your way through you. I suppose it is a shame as well, because there are I do remember actually enjoying some Marvel movies back in the day. I think the main ones that come to mind are the Guardians movies. I heard the Guardians 3 was supposedly pretty good. Like another just sort of freak occurrence. The Born Wolverine miss, so like the ultimate culmination of key jangling and grave defile in the case of the... Yeah, I think I've heard you mention this, and I do definitely understand the sentiment. I suppose it is, something which has, really sort of feels like the heat death of most franchises, to be perfectly honest, because as we're all probably aware at this point, Sonic is no stranger to key jangling in modern days. And I think I got super excited about all the references to past things back when I first streamed Frontiers. If I ever do go for that again, it's probably just gonna be an entirely different, form of commentary, where it's not exactly, the most enthused. I meant to comment here because I forgot to pick up this. Another Nocturne relic, the Nestor. Andor in Star Wars case, and I guess Spider-Man movies MCU's case. Of course, yeah, you bring up Andor, which... This is, of course, after, the... How do I want to word this? The, post, no-no assault? Post-SA? How do I want to word this? Because I know that in more recent times Andor has just become rife with controversies, just questioning what kind of stuff should be in a Star Wars thing, because there was some stuff, of course, which was implied in the original trilogy, and various stuff which Lucas worked on, and where exactly the line is. I'll be honest with you, when it comes to this particular subject, I'm so far removed from Star Wars that I can't exactly say that I particularly care about this in any major way, but it does sort of bring on an interesting question of tone, I feel, because it's obvious that something like Star Wars wants to go for something a little bit more mature with Andor, and I can't help but think that fans of Sonic have wanted the same for the series for a long time, just wanting the series to grow up with them in some meaningful way, which I'm not entirely certain this series can or should, to be honest with you. Oh, level 16, finally. What am I gonna go with? Honestly, I feel compelled to just hold off another level, get Temporal Field. Hey, this looks like a relic from Nocturne. Maybe we should give it to Nestor. I'll be sure to do that once we're finally out of this mess. For now, though, I need to figure out how to get up there. Yeah, maybe it's fine if I just go through here. So it seems a lot. This has to be a way through. Let's have a look at... Let's press the button and see what happens. Now it's... Hey, good work with those guards. If you want to get past those doors, though, you have to figure out the passcode. Best I can hear, this machine computes a formula that allows us to use to figure out the code to the door. I bet you could solve the puzzle. Maybe we can help for a price. Why are you helping us? I'm not the biggest fan of the military. Oh. So I guess we're going for proper military-industrial complex, commentary here with the Zoa. Or maybe it's just the case that, honestly, a lot of the designs of the swords just feel like something from... Does feel very Western-inspired in terms of sci-fi. On one hand, it furthers the plot and is meant to show how bad and corrupt the Empire is, despite various forces working to improve, make it better, but it works in the tone of Andor. Generally agree that it does feel out of place for stories, as long as time was intended for kids, teens, / families. Yeah. Yeah, generally I feel that Star Wars was originally just, I suppose a family thing, like you'd share the experience of watching the original trilogy with your kids and then they'd show their kids, at least that's how it used to be. Now nobody's showing their kids and the kids aren't interested. Except for the fact that apparently they're in Fortnite, which people are gonna probably forget about a week after the event is over. Alright, let's finally work out this puzzle. Okay, let's see. 4, 2, 1. Okay, I guess I have to time it, so I'm guessing that's a 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Or am I just getting it wrong? Hold up. 5, 1, 2. Because I'm thinking if it's just additional, it wouldn't equal 7, so, I don't want to spend too much time on this. Time to turn Budney Brain on. Yep, you know it. No, that's not it. Nope. No. I guess we could just brute force this, why not? I think we might actually need a clue on this, hold up. Alright, fine, you win, let's see what you got. The numbers on the screens form a sample code. Stand on the plate to try cracking the code, use the switch to choose the 4th number. Well, that doesn't help all that much. Nope. Oh, I guess that does it. No idea what I did, but it just worked, I guess. Yes, let's get in there. Definitely worth the 50 rings I put on. Now I'm kind of curious as to how to get up there, though. Am I going to need some sort of flying capabilities is the thing. Because I don't think Rouge is a particularly good flyer, ironically. I guess we'll just go in and see what happens. I'm sure I'll be fine. Well done against those Zoa guards, but we'll have to be cautious here. There's no doubt the Zoa will have state-of-the-art security. The Zoa will know we're here. We will face many Zoa patrols while we're inside. Well, be careful. Let's go. Sonic, I don't like the look of this. Yeah, no harms in just saving here. We'll just see what happens. I think this may be where we need to use proper stealth, so, well, that was definitely useful. Seems a fairly wacky items in proportion to the scene in question. It's neither here nor there. Yeah, that's fair. It's ironic too, because I was contemplating doing something Star Wars related on the channel, just like going through one of the old GameCube games, like the Rogue Squadron ones, and I'll be honest, I'm not entirely certain as to whether I should. I don't necessarily think Star Wars is deserving of that anymore. Just Lucasfilm has allowed it to just become irrelevant, so honestly, I never did think I'd see this day, in all honesty. The day where Sonic the Hedgehog would be more relevant to the public conscious than Star Wars. I don't think we're quite there yet, but it does feel possible. Especially if movie 4 does well, which I don't know. I can't help but get the feeling we sort of peaked with 3, though, I do imagine that at the very least 4 will be on par, if maybe better than... I suppose it just depends on what direction they decide to go with in terms of Amy. Do they decide to go something more in line with her character like they did with Shadow? Or do they just go the girl boss route, which is, you know, everybody's favorite character trope nowadays? Just have her basically just be Lady from the DMC anime. Because everybody loved that. Honestly, I've been thinking that I probably should do some more chows, which are actually good. As opposed to here, where not so much. Ooh, what's in here? It's legitimately wild to think that Disney has absolutely created the popularity of Star Wars in less than a decade. Yeah. Like... honestly, I would dare to say that something like that should be illegal. It's like, just... it's like taking a sledgehammer to Mount Rushmore in terms of the cultural impact of... because let's face it, Star Wars is probably one of the great American icons of the 20th century. I know that's a little, might seem a little bit hyperbolic, but I can't help but think it's the truth. Meanwhile, accounting with the games free for free are in the same... yeah. Because let's face it, I don't think many people, at the very least... I think compared to Star Wars, at the very least, a lot of people are still in denial when it comes to the absolute state of Halo nowadays. Just inking onto that someday Halo Studios is gonna make a good game, someday. And not just realizing that, oh, it's all just irredeemably awful. I mean, I guess you could still have some entertainment value from something like, Halo 5? Maybe Halo Infinite at a stretch, but... it really just sort of feels that in terms of Halo especially, that... history will only really remember the Bungie games. I've also kind of felt that way about Star Wars as well, that... in the great sort of tapestry of history, like 50 years from now, nobody's gonna remember a lot of this Disney slop. And it's just likely all the resources make it successful, then just squander it every opportunity. Yeah, pretty much. Ooh, we got more cursed gloves. I kinda wanna put those on Sonic, see what happens. Because, I will admit, when it comes to equipment, it's not exactly the most clear. Because we got, for instance, we got here the sparkly gloves. Which increase damage and give a +1 to attack. And then there's the cursed gloves, which very greatly increase damage but give -2 to attack. So, how exactly does that balance out? I guess we'll find out. Also, yeah, I can't help but think that I just turned Sonic into a bit of a nuke. Probably figured actually I should give those cursed gloves to Knuckles. I mean, I'm guessing at the very least the cursed gloves are, or generally just cursed items in general, is something you more sort of save for when you're really late game, when your stats are super high, so you don't have to worry as much about the stat drops. It also mentions armor, but it doesn't exactly seem the most clear in all honesty. Still, though, I'm imagining, considering we are still a little bit over-leveled, that cursed gloves are only just gonna make it a bit more of a snowball effect. We'll see. We'll see. I will admit, though, I have sort of been worried about the Sonic series also sort of suffering in that direction, because You could argue on every front aside from the games it has been doing so for, like, yonks. Like, it really feels as though it were not for the movies. The Sonic series would just be in a considerably worse place now than it otherwise would have been. It's hard to say, actually, as to whether or not, if the movies didn't exist, whether the series would be in a worse place than it was with Forces, because... like, the long wait between Forces and Frontiers is just like one of the... I almost want to say one of the darker chapters of Sonic's history, just... this complete content drought with nothing except just the Black Dog of Despair. Oh. Oh, those actually do a fair bit of damage. Hold up. I may actually have to use a, Metamitter. I like to keep quite a few of those handy. You can't catch me. Oh, there's the next Chaos Emerald. There is the Chaos Emerald. It just seemed too easy. Boo! Take another step. I want an excuse to hurt you. We're taking the emerald and you can't stop us. I would not be so sure. You have attempted to steal the secret weapon of the Zoa, given by the mighty Lord Finidivus himself. The Chaos Emerald's their secret weapon. I mean, isn't it obvious? It gives me great pleasure to place you under arrest. Soldiers, set weapons to stun. Believe it or not, we want them alive. General Roxas may not be so kind. The General is not as forgiving as I am. Oh. I'm guessing this is the big man. Silence! Who's that? General Roxas. The prisoners are accused of sabotage. They were caught attempting to steal the weapon given to us by the mighty Lord Finidivus. Ooh, saboteurs. No one has had the nerve to try that in a while. In the name of the Zoa Empire and the powerful General Roxas, I propose that the accused be imprisoned to await Wow. These guys just get straight to the point, don't they? Has the condemned anything to say? Give us the Emerald, Roxas, and no one gets hurt. The Emerald. Then you must be after our secret weapon. Oh, whoa. If only you could challenge me and win, then perhaps you could have it. Ah. Gone the honor route, are we? Sadly, my tiny furry foes, you are not citizens, and I will not have the pleasure of crushing you. Mighty General, I beg the right to sponsor them as citizens. I would love nothing more than to see them destroyed. Well, these guys are kind of entertaining. If my champion wishes it, then it is so. You may face me for the possession of our greatest weapon. Hey team, anyone else see any way out of this? If we defeat him and then he gives us what we asked, it is worth the risk. I can see several ways out for me. None for you. Oh, Shadow. Go for the face. I find boorish men hate it when you go for the face. Possibility of success is difficult to determine. Recommend we try. Well then, what will it be? Will you face defeat in the arena, or the dishonor of execution? We challenge you for the Chaos Emerald! Our secret weapon, this Chaos Emerald, was a gift from Lord Finidivus to reward Zoa loyalty and give us an edge against the hated Nergal. You must fight with honor! It wasn't his to give, he stole it from us! You are weak, soft creatures, and you will not survive the challenge. So the weapon remains mine. We'll see about that. Very well, let it begin. Heed I, General Roxas, answer the challenge. But first you must prove yourselves worthy. I will not waste my time on foolish fools who are not worth the effort. Defeat my champion, you may face me. Ha ha ha. You look so tiny in comparison. I have looked forward to this. Let the battle begin. I feel as though I need a more distinct voice for these fellas. Ah. Only 400 health. Cyrax? Oh, you mean from Cortal Wombat? No matter, let's just see how we fare against these interesting individuals. I think, knowing what comes next, I think it's best if we try to conserve what Sonic has in the tank. So I think for the time being, Chaos Spear. I kind of want to try the Chaos Rift, actually. Okay, now where's Ketchup? That's a very good question. No, that's not what I want. Rift. Spear. And we'll just have another gum. Rouge. Just steal everything from him. Temporal Field. Let's give that to Sonic. Prepare to be double terminated. Say goodbye. Shoot. He has the same hurling sound effect. Well, that was worth it. Yeah, not doing so well at this point, unfortunately. Oh, what are you doing now? Oof. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna focus on keeping Sonic alive with Rouge. I think that's the best point here. Oh, and they have regen. Wonderful. You're just a bundle of laughs, aren't you? Yeah, Chaos Spear. Just there. You know what? Let's use a Metamitter. And another gum on Shadow. Yeah, let's just go whole hog. Shoot. Okay, that was a good chunk of damage. Yeah, weirdly just super duper hard to hit with the Chaos Spirit by the looks of it. I do quite like just the massive shoulder pads on these guys. Just make it super difficult to see anything. Let's try a focus field, actually. Let's see what that... Actually, better idea. I think this is a good... I don't have enough for Metal Storm. Shoot. Fine, focus field. We'll see what that does. And, Chaos Blast. Gonna try Refresher Wave, and... Alright, Omega, let's do this. Can I get the sense that more sort of going for a, I don't want to say comedic tone for a lot of the team attacks. I suppose it just seems a fair bit underwhelming compared to, at the very least, some of the, fan animations I've seen in the past. Like, all of a sudden, he just decides to become super hard to hit. In the meantime, these guys are just on the sides, just stacking up lightning shields, and I'm doing nothing against them. Kinda weird how that works. Alright. Now I can try for Metal Storm. Go for the Team Dark Team Blast by the looks of it. Let's see if we can get Shadow back up. He looks pretty beat up. Yeah, it's kind of weird. They just decide to give Shadow Telekinesis in this game. As if sort of just admitting that Silver the Hedgehog doesn't exist. Like, it's super strange at this point in time, because this is like 2008. I'm pretty sure they would have had notes on Silver the Hedgehog, but I guess this is just ultimate proof that he just ended up getting retired to the Pizza Hut in the sky. Yeah, I think we just spend some time just stealing stuff. And as Omega, you know what? We're about to be double terminated. Had a lot of practice with that one. I'm just hoping that Beam Cannon will do fairly decent against the armor. We'll see. Okay, yeah. Just absolutely mulched by that. And here I was just thinking, you know, I probably over-leveled for this, but it's starting to feel as though I really didn't. It's kind of strange that way. You know, just get him. Kill him with hammers. It's kind of a shame that I didn't bring Amy to this, actually. I also figured that with team composition, it may just be appropriate to just have a fair few of the trios out. For thematic purposes, like for instance, when we go back to the Nurgle planet, probably just gonna have Team Rose along for the ride, because I think their moveset best suits that place, because obviously we're gonna need big. So may as well just have the rest of Team Rose. It's kind of weird, I can't help but feel that Team Rose has just sort of been a little bit shorthanded in recent times. Like, you don't really tend to hear from them that much anymore. I mean, sure, you got Amy still hanging around with Cream, but you never just you never really see the sort of Flower Power trio roving around together like you do with Team Sonic, Team Dark, or Team Chaotix. Even Team Hooligans, for that matter. I think we're going to need another refresher wave in a bit of a big hurry. Yeah, we'll just deal with you. And emitter. I don't want to take any chances with you. Starting to think maybe I should have actually been using antidotes. It's funny, because I haven't actually been using a single antidote. Sort of feel it has something to do with the zeitgeist of team formations nowadays. Maybe. But at the same time, I haven't... I've also kind of felt, weirdly enough, that it's sort of limited, in a weird way, character interaction, because you always just get Sonic interacting with Tails and Knuckles. You always get Amy just interacting with Cream and Big. Vector with SPO and Charm. You don't really get to see that much cross-pollination between a lot of the teams, which I feel could... is a bit of a missed opportunity, because... do you know what sort of relationship Sonic and Vector have? I mean, I personally like to think that Vector is still kind of salty at Sonic for abandoning the band to work on his solo career. There's sort of a nice little niche reference to the Sonic band back in the day with Vector and the monkey. Just that one piece of concept art, really. I just feel that Sonic and Vector just having this weird bit of history together would be kind of fun. Like, heck, how does Amy interact with Omega? I mean, Omega probably is quite confused as to how Amy is able to do such devastation with a toy hammer. Sonic's earliest? Yeah, pretty much. Nice, more experience. Well done. Well done. Through great effort, you have won the right to be destroyed by the General of the Zoa. Sonic was in a band? Yeah, pretty much. I kinda want to see if I can find the concept art for that. Hold up. This is a little bit of a sidetrack, but it's worth it. Because I know this is like, early days. Okay, I found it, just got to add it to the stream real quick. Okay, image. It's in here somewhere. Hopefully this works. It didn't work. Or did it? There we go. Ah, professionalism. I'm not done with you. Yeah. Sonic the Hedgehog band all the way with concept art back in the 90s. Because as you can see here, there's Vector. Or at least what will become Vector. And, let me see if I can find the names of these other critters. Because I'm fairly certain they all have names. Oh yes, Sharps the parakeet, Mock the rabbit, not to be confused with Dash, Max the monkey. My favorite character, Pink Bunny. Yeah, he made a comeback in Adventure 2. You fed him to a chow. Also nice to see that apparently these guys made a comeback in Archie. Because of course they did. Why wouldn't they be in Archie? Archie was just full of all these, niche references. Alright, that's enough of that. Yes, I want to remove that. Let's get on with the show. But there are 4 of you and only 1 of me, so let's make this fair. So what? Should I tie my hands behind my back? Now, Nurgle Spy, enemy of Lord Finidivus, let's see what you're made of. Yep, and all of a sudden the frame rate is just significantly better, mostly just because it's the 1v1. Yeah, it's kind of crazy now. It's just, super smooth now. This is like the smoothest this game has ever run all of a sudden. You're not gonna hold back. Let's see what you got, buddy. Not looking so hot. Think you're super tough hiding behind your shield like that? Let me just show you what I'm made of. Get it? It's just like when I fought Metal Sonic, this isn't the time to be making those sort of references. What are you talking about, Tails? It's all I'm known for. Oh no, he's using Frieza's move. Oh no. Sonic, no! Okay, problem solved. And for our efforts, we get a power drink. A single power drink. For a second time in the history of this colony, I have been defeated. We did it! Silence! I hoped you could defeat me. I hoped for a chance to escape Lord Finidivus' rule. That required a champion powerful enough to defeat Lord Finidivus. I believe that Sonic the Hedgehog is that champion. But sir, silence, Cyrax. Have the weapon brought to the champion. I can't unsee Tails dressed as the Demo Man. It is yours now. Do with it what you will. The Zoa welcome you now. We no longer fear Lord Finidivus. Wait, that's it? After all that, we're just buddies? You have challenged and defeated me. There is nothing else to give you but my respect. So, what do you do now? We will do as we always have. We will let Lord Finidivus believe we serve him still, but when you are ready to defeat him, we will be there. My advisors and I will retreat to make plans for a future attack on Lord Finidivus. The Zoa colony is open to you, and your ship has been released from the stasis field. Go forth and defeat the Nocturnus. And there we go, we got the Chaos Emerald. Okay, bye. So what do we do now? We need to get the Chaos Emerald back to the Nurgle Queen. Until we do that, the Cyclone won't fly anywhere else. What if she tries to take the Emerald? I think we can make her see the reason. If we tell the Zor how to turn their backs on Finidivus, maybe she'll do the same. You might want to save the game here, Sonic. We haven't in a while. Right. We should get moving. If there's anything else we need to do here, let's be quick about it. Can we actually... Oh. Okay, then. I don't think we need Team Dark for the time being, so I'll just go with, the Power Trio. Knuckles hitting level 16 finally, and, I've sort of been conflicted as to what particular thing I want to upgrade on Knuckles, because I got Revolver Slam, because armor piercing. Part of me kind of wants to go for Hardline, because I like Johnny Jolie's other band, which nobody seems to know about. Unfortunately, I can't play any on the stream because of copyright, but I definitely recommend you looking up some Hardline. Oh, we can just go back in here. And for our troubles... Okay. And I was just thinking, you know what would help? Some rock salt. I was thinking, it's like, oh, I haven't actually been able to use any of these particular, items. Maybe I should be getting around to do that. Wow, just... all the goodies in here. Now I just have to figure out how to get that final egg. Is it? I can tell I'm supposed... Oh wait, there's Gizoids here now, shoot! Just what I need, just all the streets just crawling now with Gizoids. Which... I wouldn't have actually imagined Gizoids making that sound. Alright, let's see how we... Wait, only 250 health. All of a sudden the Gizoids seem a lot less, dangerous. Yeah, let's just, let's try out some team moves, actually. Blade drop. Let's see what happens. Triple tornado. Going for the team blast. Oh, that is filthy. That's a lot. Oh. Wait, they're actually using the hell word in this game? What is this? Oh, nice. They could just make it so they only deal 1 HP. 1 damage. That's wonderful. Let's try the blue bomber next. Unfortunately, Tails doesn't actually have any, Oh, adrenaline rush, just like in Cyberpunk. Yeah, we'll just go like that. And Echidna rush. Let's see how that one looks. Okay, that was pretty good. I mean, I suppose these team attacks would have to be worth it. Have you just absolutely just waste a potential team member's turn? There you go. Adrenaline rush. Have fun. I don't think this one's gonna last particularly long. I kinda wanna see how Echidna Rush looks, though, if we get the chance. There we go. That looks like it would have been pretty cool if he didn't just die on the first hit. Okay. I feel as though I'm missing something. Don't want to spend too long on this, but what am I missing in order to get you, though? Maybe there's something in here that I'm missing? Because I want to make sure I get absolutely everything before moving on. So probably going to be spending a fair bit of time in the Nurgle colony as well. Oh nice, the turrets are all deactivated. Also, I will admit, do quite like the art style for these guys in the tubes. Feels very much like something you'd see on a Toonami cartoon. So, what am I missing? I think I may need to do some flying. So maybe, in hindsight, maybe this was the best team to set out using. If I can find where I'm supposed to fly from, though, that would be nice. What's in here? Nothing. Yes, definitely can't help but feel I'm missing something. Guess I'm just gonna have to walk everywhere until I find somewhere I can fly from. Truly the most riveting part of the game. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to start from that little bit with the ramp. Which means going through here, I think. Or not. I guess in hindsight it does make sense why you don't get any specific drops from any of the other aliens, considering they all get replaced by the Nocturnes as just the same enemy you find everywhere. Well, I admit it does kind of dampen the wanting to go back to some of these routes, which I think in the Zoa colony is kind of necessary because, of course, best place to get items. Okay, so I think I have to go back to, where I just was. Sorry, just looking up may have had to look up a little bit of a guide to figure out where exactly I'm supposed to be going. I feel at this point it would probably just be quicker to just, fight these guys outright, considering how much damage I do. Just gonna go for standard attack, see what happens. Ow. I'm also thinking about I could probably just get rid of the one shot that I have on currently and just go back to using the chow I was using on Sonic previously, just to get better chows. This does make... it feels like it makes the most sense to put it on him. Oh, and Gizoids regenerate now. Wonderful. Okay. thinking more adrenaline rushes. Let's try that. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Somehow failing that still made it so it worked. I'm not sure, really. Feels as though as the further I get on in the game, the more the reaction commands don't seem to matter as much. Like, you can fail them outright and still win. Or just have it do minimal damage. Yeah, just destroy that one in particular. Well, Knuckles is dead. I think I might have been wrong in my assumption that it would have been quicker to just fight these guys. Let's go. I haven't felt the need to do this in a while. Let's hope it's not a recurring thing. Also, I can't really feel the background here sort of leads on to more than what is actually there, if that makes sense. Right, you're supposed to go here, and then here. And finally I can get this egg, but first... need to get, which chow is it? Fess. I need Fess on Sonk. There we go. Also sort of been wondering as to what the levels by the chows mean. From what I could tell, there actually is an impetus to actually trade chows with other people, assuming that you actually know other people who have this game, and that the more times they're traded, I believe, the higher the effect is. At least I think that's how it is. But of course, with some chows, they just have a sort of flat bonus to them, so trading them doesn't really make much of a difference. Like, I think Ferox, the one ultra-rare chow I've been trying to get this entire playthrough. Or at least hoping to get. He's not one that you have to trade for at all, because his... the thing he does is just, completely sort of a nice little flat bonus. How much rings do I have, by the way? 92, okay. Not that much really get anything, so let's just get out of here. Oh, the egg hatches already. What do we get? Nothing really noteworthy. Alright, let's get out of here finally. Looks like the stasis field has been lifted. We have to fly back to the Nergal colony. Let's go. Finally, we're getting out of here. Only place we can go. Nergal colony. Still think that I'm a bit on the left wing there is just missing for some reason. It's like the fin at the end of the wing. Alright. For this, I'm gonna need Team Rose. It's been a while since Big's actually seen any action. Okay, 10 points. I kind of just want to hold off again just to get some Blow Kiss. No, though. I imagine Flower Power is quite the potent move. It's a shame we're not going to get much chance to use it. Tantrum, Spin Cycle, maybe. We'll see. And Big. Another 10 points. I kind of want to hold off until we get Feel No Pain. Sort of feels appropriate for Big. Well, here we are again. We're back! Let's go talk to the Nergal Queen. Yeah, there is a lot of little blighters in there. Come all this way to meet us. What's that, friends?
Apologies for the display. Really hard to know what you found.
We have the secret Zoa weapon.
It is a gem, like a gem of power.
Aye, this is a Chaos Emerald. If I ever stole these from our world and gave one to both you and the Zoa,
then Lord Flaminiverse lied to us.
And everyone seems so surprised.
Take this, a gem of power. Use it to destroy Lord Flaminiverse. He will pay for his lies.
Will there be peace with the Zoa now? Excuse me.
There is no peace with the Zoa, but we will work to bring hostilities to manageable levels.
Thank you.
Consider yourselves free to roam my homeland. No nigga will attack you.
I think we should save the game now, Sonic.
Have caution. We have heard the Nocturnists have landed. I will be looking for you, yes.
I'll be careful. Thanks. Okay, so there's apparently just a light blue and a teal Chaos Emerald. I guess the Chaos Emerald colors are just completely different now. And with generic wind sound effects. They disperse. I'll never get used to that. Way to go, team. Now we have 3 of the Chaos Emeralds. Our next destination should be Sector Carib, home of the Volksai. You have time to take a breather, Sonic. If there's anything else I want to do here, we can take care of that now. Which I think we're gonna be doing now. Just having a little bit more of an exploration of the Nurgle colony. It got cut short last time because obviously we didn't have big... able to just traverse all these weird light... Oh, Nocturne Relic. I could have easily missed that. Hey, this... Yep. Gonna give that to Nestor. Another egg. What is this about the Nurgle not attacking? Oh. You can talk to them.
Have work to do.
I'm just imagining sounding like Neville from Potter Puppet Pals.
I am a Gryffindor. My parents used to sing me.
Trying to remember how it goes.
My parents used to play walking circles with me. Before then.
Kinda weird that Nurgle Colony just has a bunch of the weaker Nocturnus forms as compared to Zoa Colony, where it's just all the tough ones out of nowhere. Here it's like all the not so tough ones just decide to hang out. I'm guessing they're just the lower ranked ones, which were the only ones they could get, which generally speaking, I'm guessing the higher ranked ones just didn't want to be here, is what I'm trying to get at. So they just sent these guys in their stead. Oh, this is so below my pay grade. There's actually a wonder I have to... Something I have to wonder. Do the Nocturnus clan soldiers actually get paid? What exactly is the currency in the Twilight Cage? Is it just rings? Is it still rings? Is rings just the universal currency in this series? I mean, I suppose it would have to be. More Nocturnus tech. Yeah, this is kind of nice, actually, just being able to navigate without having to worry about... Oh! Bonded characters' basic attacks may cause instant KO against enemies. I know this is kind of... I kind of want to give that to Shadow, honestly.
Please help us.
What's wrong?
Zoa have poisoned the spawning pools Now it's full of monsters.
How do you know the Zoa did this?
Who else would do something like that? The Zoa have been trying to destroy us for years, yes. Please, you must help us.
We'll take care of that.
We can enter the spawning pools by jumping into the slime river and going through the entrance to the west. Return when you are finished. We will reward you, yes.
Bundle of last these fellas. So yeah, we got side quests from these guys now. So I'm gonna wonder if there's any side quests I've actually missed at this point. Because we got one with the Chron, I think. We got one with the Zoa. Oh, you need climbing here. Right. Not sure whether flying's gonna be much help to us, but we'll have a look around regardless. Oh, that looks like a monster. Nurgle drones which are covered in oil. That is just straight up oil, isn't it? It's just like, trying to remember that one family sitcom where it was just, they had a dock and they were at a school. And there was an oil reserve, an oil pocket under the school, and this guy wanted to basically demolish the school to make an oil mine, and then everybody was on board with it until the dock got covered in oil and I think died? I don't remember all that much about it. Just one hit and all of a sudden they're back up to full. I remember now why I wasn't too fond on these fellas. Now I can actually kill this one with hammers. Not even that good XP, that's... What a waste. Kinda want to see how the blue tornado... Not the blue tornado, the hurricane does against these guys. The whirlwind. Got it right in the end. Let's see how we do. That one. We just did... Oh yeah, I get to try out Spin Cycle. I don't have enough for flower power. Okay. We'll try this again. And now we try flower power. Only on one enemy though, that seems like kind of a waste. Alright, let's see if you survive this one. Also like how, Whirlwind and Triple Tornado just have the same sort of reaction command to them. Say goodbye. You won't survive this one. Yeah, it feels, especially after the movie, like they've just sort of forgotten Sonic's whole wind aspect in favor of just going with lightning because the Flash. These nautical swarm don't seem quite right. They're corrupted in some way, some kind of black liquid. Is that oil? How would oil get here of all places? Let's check it out. Also, I was right, it is just oil. And... Nemesis detected. Begin combat protocol. Sonic, it's a SWAT bot. Let's bring it down, team. I was just joking about the whole being covered in oil thing, and I forgot that was actually how it was. Also, just... I could probably just take out one of these SWAT bots in like a couple of hits now. It doesn't even survive the first turn. Oh, how the mighty SWAT bots have fallen. I remember when you guys used to be tough. Now you just fall over when you get a plush toy thrown in your face. Now that's more sort of the easiness I was expecting.
I wonder how a swap bot could have gotten here. Maybe it just got sucked into the wormhole and just crashed and landed onto this colony. Anyways, now it's just destroyed, it can't poison the pools with exhaust anymore. Let's go tell them we've done it. Wait, Sonic, there's some kind of strange tablet down here. Must have been hidden in the spawning pools for decades. A swap bot must have disturbed it. Maybe we can go back to the Kron colony. Nestor can help us figure out what it says. Another precursor tablet. And what else do we have here? We have more hydraulics, metamitter, and an ice ring which allows ice damage on basic attacks. We already have Chow for that. Honestly, these ring accessories do seem kind of moot, kind of pointless. I have 6 of you. It's always the same with that one particular purple Chow, of which saying the name causes everybody's hardware to go haywire. Can I... Okay. Big just deciding to participate in the long jump. And I want to see if I can pull off a refresh now. Actually... Seems like a good time to try out Flower Power. Let's see what the power of the 6 keys can do against the Nocturne. Let me show you the power of hippies. Okay. That's just one of the Trinity moves from KH1 would... That's just Amy using Big as a stepping stone. Is that... I'm not sure I really want to call that a team attack. Like, Fastball is a team attack. That was not. Let's try Spin Cycle. Let's see how that does. And I feel no pain. That was like the easiest reaction command in the game. And yeah, that was basically just Blue Bomber, except with those two instead of Sonic and Tails. It feels as though they've also just forgotten the whole just Cream being Amy's version of Tails nowadays. Because you did sort of get the sense that Amy was at the very least trying to be like a mini Sonic, with, in the same way he rolls up to a place as part of an adventure and emboldens those around him just by existing. Amy would probably be the same way. Except now she's stuck being obsessed with tarot cards. Okay, I think I'm gonna need Knuckles for this. I believe it. We did it. I can't believe we did it. You think the Nergal and Zoe will ever be like friends? I hope so. All that fighting wasn't solving anything for him. So what do we do now? We have to find the other 4 Chaos Emeralds before we can take on Finidivus. I've detected Chaos Emeralds in Sector Carib. We should look there next. Just choose a destination on the travel map whenever you're ready to go. I'll be honest, I wasn't actually expecting us to be able to get to Sector Carib at this point, so I'm gonna need Amy, I'm gonna need Shade, and I'm gonna need Omega. Yeah, that seems about right. Ooh, level up the Shade. I kind of find it weird that Shade just sort of becomes like the super uber defensive one of the group. What do I want to go with? Part of me just wants to save up again for Cloak. Which doesn't actually cloak you, weirdly enough. I need Big. Okay.
Shade, Amy, and Big. There we go. At least I'm assuming we're not gonna need flight. A pretty risky assumption, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, 2 Gizoids. Daring today, aren't we? Alright, let's just see how this goes. Ah, heck. They have beam attacks now. Can you imagine these guys just started breaking out the Chaos Blasts? Sort of feels like so far they've just been rather tame with the techniques they've been copying. Like, imagine if you had Gizoids actually using the same team attacks we do. Like, all of a sudden you just see them just do, like, you just see 4 of them just gear up to do the Hailstorm. Or just a couple ganging up on you to do the Echidna Rush. Or even, funnily enough, just 2 of them attempting to use the Wrecking Ball. I'm kind of surprised I haven't actually showcased off Wrecking Ball. It's like probably the funniest attack in the game. Yeah, we're gonna need Shade to get up here. More rings. More eggs. Oh, yeah, we actually got everything here. Crazy. Oh, and these ones look to be a little bit tougher. In the fact that they just have more HP. I think these might actually be different models. I don't think I actually stopped to check. Oh. Now we're starting to get our own moves used against us. In theory. It is kind of funny them trying to do that without them being able to fly. They just sort of float there. I mean, at least in battle, you had Emerald at least flapping his arms in order to simulate flight with Rouge's wings. Here, though, it's just the Gizoid model, just doing all of everybody's attacks. One down. Thankfully, these ones don't seem to regenerate, so you can just pile in on this one and just save the PP. Feels one maybe I should be using more power moves, but again, it's that whole thing about wanting to save PP, even though in this situation I feel as though... Oh, now you have regen. Alright. Let's break out the big guns. Yeah, let's try Froggy Rain. Some say dry and others feel the pain. See, that's a team attack. Oh, looks like there's a ramp here I can go off of. Let's see what happens. Whee! Well, that was a little bit underwhelming. Let's finally go hand in this quest.
The pools are clear, you have done it. We are saved.
This wasn't the Zoa's fault. There was a robot down there, one that crashed it when the Nervous opened his wormhole.
Lord Fernandez was behind this. I'm sure he had reason. Take this, a token of our appreciation. I will return to raising our spawn. Be well.
Crazy beans. Yeah, I think that's all we need to do here for the moment, so, let's get out of here. I think we might actually, be able to get up to, Sector Corub in this part. Who would have thunk? Alright, let's see what else we got. Dynamic Griff! So yeah, I don't exactly remember what particular characters we're gonna need for this next part. Let's just get going. I guess I better get going. So we can go to the... You know, let's go to the Cron colony real quick. Drop off all the mementos we got from Nestor. And I'm gonna want to bring in Knuckles and Shade and Tails. Seems fitting. I'm in a bit of a hurry here, gentlemen. Do you mind? I will say, I do definitely kind of wish there was, at the very least, the option to have a party which didn't feature Sonic in it. I mean, obviously, this is Sonic Chronicles, so naturally Sonic would be a big part of it, but it just feels like for most of the game, or really all the game at this point, you're just forced to have Sonic in your party, and I kind of wish there was the option to not have that. Like maybe Team Dark and Knuckles, for instance. Maybe just Tails and Team Rose. Oh, you have returned. Have you found anything of old Nestor? Yeah, we found something from your home. I haven't seen a force span like this in a long while. I'd always forgotten what they looked like. Oh my, I seem to have something in my eye. Let's see, you got anything else? Excellent. You know a good Y button can do, sir. Always brings a smile to my... A Y button can do, sir? I'm sorry. I'm getting emotional. So you got anything else? I suppose that's it. Well, thank you, my friend. Just seeing these bits of my home raises my spirits. Anything else I can do for you? Can we have you take a look at this tablet we found? Oh, interesting. What is it? Oh, wow, this is Precursor Script. It's very old indeed. What is Precursor Script? After we ended up here, I did some research and learned of a race who lived here long before the others got here. I called them the Precursors. I found a cipher for it decoding their script, but I haven't learned much else about... Again. This seems like a very generic term for a race, just like the Endless. It's like... It really just sort of feels like, This is just like a grab bag of generic-sounding names in all these sci-fi settings. Here's looking at you, Free for Free. There are precursor tablets in all lands of the Twilight Cage. You consider yourself lucky to have found this one. It says that the precursors studied the other races in the Twilight Cage at the time and realized that they were all powerful and dangerous. When I think about it, my clan was at the height of our power when we were brought here, and the Kron, the Nurgle, the Zoa, and the Voxar are all dangerous in their own way. It seems odd that we'd all wind up here together, doesn't it? I'll hang on to these and see what I can also learn. Anything else we have for you? I got another. Oh, interesting. It seems to say the precursors thought the Twilight Cage was some kind of prison, and that they were all brought here to suffer. I suppose that makes sense. It certainly isn't a paradise by any means. Interesting. I'd like to hold on to this, see if I can get anything else out of it. Anything else for you? Nothing at the moment. Yeah, not 100% sure as to how many of these precursor tablets are in the game. I'll have to keep an eye out for them regardless, though. Let's see if we can get back without incurring the wrath of any enemies. Truly the ultimate game of threading the needle. Shoot. Sorry, can't talk, got places to be. Yeah, let's just get out of here. I think there might actually be another quest here, actually, which I, forgot about. I don't feel compelled to see if I can find it. Alright, I think for this we're going to need to go back to Nergal for a little bit. At least from my understanding, as I think there might be a shop here. Don't quote me on that, though. Let's have a look here. Yeah, apparently there's some kind of shop here. Maybe it's right at the very end. We'll just have a look around, see what we can find. I do kind of like the music for the Nergal colony, though. It seems, relatively relaxing, weirdly enough. Big again, just practicing doing the long jump for the Olympics. I'm kind of surprised Big never was actually in any of the Olympic Games, in all honesty. Feels like he really could have been a contender. Honestly, I've been wondering if I should do any more of the Olympic Games. I mean, again, I'd probably have to get a fair few of them, because I only have the first two. I'm kind of curious to try out the London one at the very least. Oh, great. Oh, and it does wind damage as well. Lovely. Yeah, I don't want to deal with this. I gotta admit, these Gizoids are surprisingly fast. I mean, I suppose it makes sense, copying Sonic's speed. Okay, I think I need to go this way. Then this way, then through here. Could have sworn, Could have sworn there was something else here. First one was in 2012. Yeah. My first, unfortunately, was the 2008 one, and I really wasn't a big fan of that one. Oh.
Welcome home. I've seen you before, streaking through like a shadow.
Like a shadow? I wonder who that could be.
The hair, the shoes, definitely you.
Know anything about pirates?
Pirates. They'll take merchant ships to valuable supplies. We'll have a shipment of Nergal sweat for Chrome. We're afraid to send it.
We'll deliver the shipment for you.
Why would you do that?
You can defeat those pirates. The shipment will get there, we promise.
Maybe you are the only chance. No others have faced them and won. We will trust you. Make the shipment, bring back the payment from the crown. We will give you a cut. Return lots of friends.
Nice little themed treasure chest, but I think this implies that we have to talk a little bit with Shadow. It's kind of weird, really. He's not really been up to much since we got back from the Zoa colony. Guessing he got bored. Alright, let's go talk with Shadow. There he is. What is it, Sonic? I'm busy. I just wanted to see how you were doing. I'm fine. Don't you have anything you could be doing? You've been really busy lately, haven't you? What's that supposed to mean? Oh, I see. If I'm not running around with Team Sonic, I just have to sit here and twiddle my thumbs while Finibus moves on our world, right? No thanks, Sonic. I'll do my own thing and you'll stay out of my way. Why must you always work alone? Because I can't bear to sit here and do nothing. We're here for a reason. I won't be held back by your idiotic rules. I mean, you could at the very least get Rouge and Omega in on it. Fine, just be ready if we need you. I'm here to bring down Finibus, same as you. I'm ready for anything that'll bring him down. Just stop hassling me and get it done. Oh? What was that? Must be those pirates. Everyone get ready.
Arr, give up your booty. Your cargo is ours now.
Ah, we got a, That's a funky looking design. This has pandas sort of written all over it, doesn't it? Why is he talking like that? Heh, who knows? Just go with it.
Hand it over, lovers, or ye be forced to walk the plank.
Seriously, why would a pirate from another dimension talk like that?
Arr, but this just be how I talk. Now,
This is stupid.
a speech impediment it be. We gonna fight or not?
Yeah, bring it on. So who do I want to... You know, let's bring Shadow in on this, why not? And, Amy and Cream. We actually get a unique... No, we don't get a unique fighting arena for fighting inside the Typhoon, unfortunately. Praetorians. You seem like tough customers. I forget, do we actually get a team attack with Shadow? I suspect we do. Let's have a look. Yeah, Atomic Strike. Let's try Atomic Strike. Let's try Atomic Strike. This is gonna be fun. And, let's see how we can do with the refresh. Let's do this, Sonic. Ah. Gonna hit you with the power of a nuclei. Nailed it. Yeah, it's kind of weird thinking about the 2012 Olympics one, because I kind of feel that sort of the, that would have potentially just sort of been the last of the, quote-unquote good Sonic games before Lost World came out. Not sure if we'd want to count, the Sochi Olympics. Gotcha, that's much better. Somehow nailed that one. Also, these ones are pretty tough, aren't they? I just noticed. It's like, wow. We're completely just getting absolutely rocked by these guys. It's kind of strange. Alright, let's try this again. Not entirely certain as to what a nucleus has to do with this, or just atoms in general, but it's still a pretty strong move and a fairly cool one, all things considered. It's weird. I don't feel we get that many cool team attacks. I think is what I was trying to get at. Like most of them just involve just throwing a larger enemy at the target. Also. Oh. Yeah, we'll just retry. Like, all of a sudden, that just went terribly. I'm not sure whether or not this is supposed to be a case of just not being strong enough this particular part, but I'm thinking just a couple actually good atomic strikes should do the trick. We'll see. Let's do this, Shadow. That's better. Seems to do good lightning damage at the very least. I think that might just be one of the harder ones to actually do in this game, in terms of our particular techniques. Oh. I'm getting it down, I'm doing it. I'm doing it, Mom.
Look at me, I'm doing it, Mother.
There we go. At this rate, we might actually be able to defeat one of them. How about that? Alright, we should at the very least be able to get one down with this next one. There we go, that's what I like to see. Oh. Yeah, this is going by a lot smoother. We'll just do that. One more atomic strike to finish things off, and we should be good. Enough of this embarrassing spectacle. Try Tantrum, actually. It's been a while since I've used a Tantrum. And a Tarot Draw. I just want to experiment a little bit with my moves now. If I get the chance. Oh, only one left. Alright, that one's, I think, a fair bit easier than Refresh. Amy's still dead. 10,000 for that, wow. Starting to get into the good stuff. Finally can afford Whirlwind. Shadow, let's see what Shadow can get. Kinda want to save up for Chaos Blast.
Arr, you got us. Turn around, boys.
Wait, you're kidding us from the Nocturnus clan, right? Why were you attacking merchant ships?
We don't be approving of Lord Finenivus' efforts, aye. He be trying to unite the colonies, he is. Planning to leave the Twilight Cage and shift to the old country. We rather like it here, lots of space, so we figured we'd be spreading a little chaos, keep the lovers distant, as it were.
That's almost what we're trying to do.
Aye, and you'll do it better, I reckon. Or if you let us go, we leave you to it. We won't be getting in the way no more.
Promise?
Aye, me word is me bond, but here, take this as a token of me goodwill. Rally round, boys, we be setting sail.
Sheesh, what a ham. They left us a precursor tablet, but why would that pirate have it? Must have been part of his booty. Rouge! What? It's a word. Maybe if we go back to the Kron colony, Nestor can help us figure out what it says. Yeah, I'd take the shipment back to the Kron colony anyway. Let's go. I knew that there was another precursor tablet I was missing. Right, back to the Kron colony. Okay, thinking this, we're gonna need Knuckles, we're gonna need Shade, and... I honestly kind of feel content to go with the Frontiers Quartet. The Fast Friends Quartet. The only really marketable 4 aside from Shadow. I do kind of find it funny, actually, thinking about it. A lot of people, after the whole Year of Shadow thing, were super hopeful for a potential Year of Silver, where Silver finally gets a game, and then Amy gets announced at the end of movie 4. I'm just thinking, yep, 2026 is just going to be Year of Amy. Silver's never going to get his year. Silver's just going to be confined forever to the Pizza Hut, where he's only allowed in the comics to be alongside the OCs because he's not because they're more about as relevant as he is. Did you take a look at this tablet we found?
Oh, interesting. What is it? Well, this works on my own theory, but I can't believe it could be true. It says here the precursors believe there was a higher being that created the Twilight Cage. Perhaps that being is the one that brought everyone here. Perhaps that being is behind the so-called Argus event.
So tell me, what was the Argus event you mentioned?
When we were brought here, no one knew what had happened. One moment we were all living in our world, and suddenly we're all here. The strange thing was, we all remembered hearing a strange word in our minds.
Words sounded like Argus. Lord Fernandez took to calling it the Argus event. I'd like to keep this, see if there's anything else I can learn. Is there anything else I can do for you? I'm guessing there's still more Nocturne relics and precursor tablets on the Voxeye homeworld, but I'm not entirely certain as to how far I'm going to be able to get at this point, because it's mostly just been side quests at this point and trying to avoid more Nocturne entanglements. Well, first, now we have to deliver ourselves a shipment. Let's see how long that takes. Alright, great. More Nocturnus in here. It's like I can never escape these guys. These ones seem like they go down fairly quickly. Let's just get rid of them. Never mind. I forgot these are the ones that just counter and get all their health back. Real fun enemies to fight. Alright, I don't remember how to do this one. Part of me can't help but wonder if the Nocturnus clan's armor designs were also based off of Zhao, because at the very least for these flying ones, I can definitely see a resemblance. I think I already mentioned that they seem rather reminiscent of swim chows. Not sure how I immediately went to that one, that's just what came to mind. Should be able to just completely demolish you at this point. Not worth the effort. Something very bad will happen. Wow. That's definitely something to keep minds of. Watch out, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I will. If I can actually get past these fellas. Can you just walk up into the ceiling again? Like what up? I guess I suppose I can just go through here. Okay, who do I need to talk to? We have a shipment from the Nergal.
Been defeated have you the pirates? Done have you the impossible? Give I you the payment for shipment, and give I you discount. Tell I everyone, defeated are the pirates.
More rock salt, and yeah, I guess the payment is just rings. Let's see. Can I get past you all? I suppose these ones go down fairly quickly at the very least. You know what? Let's try a hailstorm. Kind of a shame that it's only single enemy, but I suppose it doesn't really matter. Let's give it a try. I'm sure that would have been amazing if they'd stuck around for the whole of it. Time to wipe you out all in one. Yeah, still think that's probably one of my favorite team attacks in the whole game. Just all that damage is wonderful. Oh, there is an easier way to get down here. Okay. Time to go and deliver the shipment back to the Nergal. Before I run out of other things that I can do. Okay. Go tails, we'll go... Just thinking, who haven't I had on the team recently? Obviously we need Big. Rouge. And Shadow, why not? Yeah, Rouge gets a level up. Level 15, finally, can max out Plunder. And hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult just to get ourselves over to the shopkeep. If I can find him. Yeah, I think he should just be at the top of the map. Wait, does Rouge even have climb? Wouldn't make much sense if she didn't. Now let's have a look here. Movement abilities. Game. Game. Rouge could climb walls in her debut game. What do you mean? Alright, fine, I guess we're just gonna go with Knuckles, Big, and let's throw Omega in there. If I have to, I at the very least get a chance to show off Wrecking Ball. Also seems kind of weird to me that Climb is just a moon ability that doesn't have any levels to it.
Welcome back.
Took care of the pirate.
And we have the payment from the Kron.
The pirates are no more. We are surprised, but pleased. Take this as payment for your efforts for making the stars safe again. Return later, friends.
Ah. So I guess there just isn't a shop on here. Okay, is there anything else I have to do at this point before moving on to Sector Carib? Because that's like the last stretch before we get to Nocturne. Again, I'm trying to remember a lot of this stuff. Nope, looks like that's everything. Nothing for it now, just gotta make our way over to Sector Carib. Foxeye Colony Beta. Let's roll. I'm also wondering which particular characters I'm gonna need here. Yeah, we'll just see what's out there. I'm thinking for this, I'm gonna go with Shadow, I'm gonna go with Amy, and Tails. Seems like a fairly safe bet. Sector Charybdis. It's all pink and filled with jellyfish. Or is it manta rays? I'm pretty sure this is just a rendition of the Game Over music. We are here, Sector Carib. This is Voxeye Colony Beta. To be honest, I never spent much time working with the Voxeye. Lord Finurus ordered us to keep our distance. Because he feared they might control your mind. Exactly. The Voxeye Overmind keeps peace by controlling and tapping the minds of its people. Nocturnus patrols found themselves watching from all sides. Many of my brethren found themselves under the Overmind's control. We never saw them again. I think we can rely on the Chaos Emerald to protect us, but when we leave the ship, it might be vulnerable. Hey, last time the Zora attacked us right when we already left the ship. The way I see it, we're one step ahead already. We don't have a choice. To take on Finurus, you need the Chaos Emeralds, and there are 2 here in this sector. My mind is strong. I am not worried. My friend, please, I have seen powerful Nocturnus swayed by the Overmind's power. I do not wish to see you taken away. I'll be fine. Let's get moving, team. There are 2 Chaos Emeralds in Sector Carib. I'll have to find them both. Seems to be a ramp nearby. We could start there. Well, we'll just see how far we get. I wasn't admittedly thinking, I wasn't sure as to whether we'd actually get to Sector Charybdis this particular chapter. Figured it'd just be us messing around with the Kron and the Nurgle and the Zoa, sorry. Oh, there actually is a shop here. I'm actually surprised. I was thinking that the Zoa colony was the last place to have a shop, but I guess not. Crazy beans. I don't think you're particularly friendly, so I'm just gonna leave you be. Guessing... Oh, the pink ones it seems I can talk to. Never mind. Do you have anything to say, friend? Do you have anything to say, friend? I guess not. You know what, let's go to the shop, see what we can find. Greetings, Outer Minds. How can I help you? Ah, so some of them do talk at the very least. Alright, let's have a look in here. Let's see what we can find. So... Wait, you could just buy Nocturnus tech here? I mean, I guess if you've just been unlucky with drops, I guess this is just sort of, Oh wait, this is... That's stuff in my inventory, silly me. So let's see, we have Nimble Slippers, we have Shielded Sneakers, we have Dura Hydraulics, Spiny Claws greatly increases damage, Mirror Gloves, moderately increases damage, Wind Ring, Water Ring. I know, you would have thought these would be a bit more potent. I guess not. I suppose this is stuff to work for, there at least. Greatly increases armor. Weirdly enough, I don't exactly dislike this particular... Oh, I think this is the only area in the game where you actually have to use warp. And of course, Shadow is capable of using it. More eggs. Yeah, let's just see how far we can get. It seems as though there's mostly just a lot of speed sections in this particular area, so don't really have to worry too much. Let's see... You again. Why is it always you? Seems as though there's some sort of quest related to this place. Yeah, I'm sure it'll make sense a little bit later. Probably need to do a little bit of research on it, to be perfectly honest with you. For now, though, there's a ramp over there. Let's go have a look. Ah, teleporters! Link to what? I getcha. This whole place is nothing but teleporters. Suppose it makes sense. Strange, no one will talk to us. The Overmind controls them. They move about, doing their jobs without protest. That's sad. But I suppose it's efficient at least. Sonic, we have to end this. Let's see if we can find out more. Maybe we can get the Chaos Zone without any trouble. When has that ever happened? Let's just keep moving, team, and keep your eyes open. I do appreciate that there are at least Tails just taking the leadership role here. Game. I'm not playing as Shadow at the moment. And yet for some... It's like they finally remember that Sonic can also use Chaos Control. Another Tupelo. I mean, I'm not against it, just, in terms of the super rare ones, there's still a couple more that I want to get. Another Nocturne Relic, sweet. Open up. Yeah, I think, we'll settle this by, trying at the very least to get to the area before we get to Voxite Colony Alpha. Oh, Zoa Shield. Greatly increases armor. That's pretty sweet. Not entirely certain what it's doing here, though. Like, surely it would make more sense for the Voxai teleporter to be here, and the Zoa Shield to be on the Zoa Colony. Or am I just being old-fashioned like that? It feels as though these items are in the wrong place. Okay, let's see where this other teleporter takes us. But before that, I need to remind the game that I'm playing as Sonic. Foof. Okay, that's the wrong teleporter. What else do we get? Dynamic Griff. I do at the very least want to try and get everything here before moving on, because generally seems like a fairly decent cliffhanger portion. Have I actually been in here yet? I think I might have done. Yes, I have. I suppose it is nice at the very least to actually be in an area where there's no random encounters. Also, yeah, best speed section in the game, in my opinion. Aside from maybe that one in Central City. Stebsy, we already have you. Is there actually anything in here? No. Okay. And look at that, we already have all the eggs and nearly all the rings, so I think the only thing left for us to do is to just make our way over to the exit. But first, let's talk to this guy. Yeah, I could have sworn there was another quest here, but I suppose I'll have to wait. I suppose I'm just gonna have to do my research. Alright. No more eggs. No more eggs, unfortunately. It's nice that I remember that Shadow can actually do the spin dash. Oh!
No, turn back, Outer Minds, turn back! Who are you? My name is Phoebes, and you are Sonic the Hedgehog, and these are your friends, at least for now. Enemies of the Nocturnus are not welcome here. If you value your free will, leave now. How do you know my name? I saw your names and faces in your minds. I'm sorry, I thought you would have done the same to me until I remembered your outer minds. What is an outer mind? Your mind is outside the overmind. You are outer minds. I understand how you feel. The loneliness, the fear, the silence. What am I? I'm sorry. Please, you must go now. What's going on here? I can't. I'm sorry. I just feel so lost. But you, such purpose. You seek powerful gems. Yes, the Chaos Emeralds. The Great Emeralds, the power of the Overmind. I know the Overmind is hunting you, and your minds tell me about your deeds in Sector Skilla. The Zora and Nurgle reconciled. I think we can help each other to get you your Chaos Emerald and to bring freedom to the Voxai. Come to my home. We will make plans and we will know what to do next. And what if the Overmind comes... How are you not controlled by the Overmind? Shh, please, no one can know I'm an outer mind like you. I'll explain when we meet in private. Until then, please tell no one. And if the Overmind comes after us, the Overmind knows that you are here, but it cannot find you, not yet. Maybe your own emerald shield you from their power. It won't protect you forever, but you are far from the Overmind. You should be safe for now. And we'll meet you at your home. Be careful, the Overmind could act through any of the Voxai. You never know who is hostile until it's too late. He's leaving, he's flying to the southeast. That must be where his home is. What a strange person. Man's a jellyfish thing. He seems lonely. You should try to help him. It may be our best chance of getting the Chaos Emeralds. And our best chance at escaping the Overmind.
That's all the rings. Okay, so it seems in order to get over there, we're gonna need to go for the loop-de-loops. But I think that's a fairly decent place to stop for now. Ambience, yes. We're gonna be getting some more aliens next week, and hopefully nothing bad will happen. But until then, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next week for more Sonic Conquers. But until then, take care. Bye-bye.